Good morning. Wakey, rise and shine. It's morning time.
Well, good morning, guys. Scotty G here. Right, listen. Look, I've put the challenge out. You've been screaming for it, so I've put the challenge out to Decker. So it's up to him now. He's in the Philippines. Someone sent a message, but fucking he had different haircut and all that. It was from I know it was from the time before. Fucking bare time ago, about a year and a half ago, about a year ago. You know, so he hasn't even acknowledged the challenge. So what's cracked like that? Do you not want to do it? Look, if you don't want to do it, it's a simple yes or no. I'm not trying to be a big man, right? But we will just have a fair play fight. Bare knuckle, right? So, do you want it or do you not? I'm asking you this one last time, Dagger. Right? So, make a video saying that you accept the challenge in October, November time. Me and you in a ring. With wraps on. Right? Simple as that. So, get back to this ASAP, right? Right. That's I'm gonna go for now. Be lucky, stay safe, right? And see you later, guys.
Big up everyone. I hope everyone's well. So this morning got a few problems because my internet's playing up for some reason. So this will be uploaded as soon as it can be uploaded because I don't know how long, because it keeps going off. It's meant to have like a blue light on the router, but it keeps flashing orange. So I'll have to get onto BT today and get them to sort whatever's the problem sorted out. So that was Scotty G. Not that I need to tell you who it was, because it tells you that yourself. Why do people start videos like that? Like, hi everyone, this is YouTube Asylum. Why would I need to say that? You know it's me. You know it's me. Even though I don't show my face, if you hear me speak and you know who it is, I don't know. Some people do that, don't they? They talk to themselves as if like they're a third person. I've noticed a few people on here do that. Like they'll say their name and they'll say it's gonna do this, gonna do that. Don't talk about yourself as in a third person. And like Decker does it a lot, doesn't he? Because that's who he's wanting to fight. Decker, like he'll say, I'm Decker Eggy. Yeah, well, we know that. There's no mistaking who you are, and there's no mistaking who that Scotty G is. So you wouldn't like switch it on and think, who's that? The whole reason of you being there to watch the video is because you're watching it on his channel. Just gets us why people do that. So what I was talking about yesterday, I didn't really hear much. I didn't really hear any apologies. Pootash come over and said that he was just trying to shout my channel out. So maybe I got it wrong. Maybe he was just trying to shout my channel out. Yeah, Pootash. Gripper came over and kind of apologised. It wasn't an apology. It wasn't I'm sorry, Rob. He said he didn't hear it, which I knew he was going to say that. But I'm not going to not play him on here to like for my own gain to spite yous, if you know what I mean. Because there is bits on Grippers that need to be played. There is some decent parts on there. So if I don't play them on here because of a problem that I've got with anybody, then it means that yous are not getting to see that bit, if you know what I mean, because of a problem that I've got. So I will still carry on playing it on here, obviously, if there's any decent bits. But as for being best buddies with people, this is what shows you what people like talk about you behind your back. Because please believe, if you think that nobody's talking behind your back, I'm sure there is. This YouTube is ruthless at the moment. This corner of YouTube is absolutely ruthless. All I've heard is like arguing this, that. It's like people come on here and they know what war they're fighting. You know, it's like they're fighting a war. I don't know why we do that. I don't know why we just don't. If you don't like this person, just don't talk about them. Don't go over there, because I think that's what it snowballs all this, doesn't it? When one person starts talking and the other person starts talking, and then it just turns out into all-out war, and then people have to pick sides. People have to decide where to go, who to speak to, shit like that, and it's just not fair on people. There's some people that really are decent and do want to watch both sides or do want to comment on both sides, but they can't, because if you comment on one side, you're not allowed to comment on the other side, which is, it's stupid. Everybody should be allowed to go wherever they want to go. Right, so let's move on. So I've got like a bit of a crime case to show you. It's about a lass in America, and I only found out about this case a couple of days ago myself. It's all over the internet. It's massive, but I didn't see it till a couple of days ago until I was told about it. So I think what I'll do is, because I've got a bit of a clip which gives you like a bit of a rundown. I think now she's being found guilty. I'm sure I seen yesterday that she's been found guilty, and they're now doing the to see if she can see if she's mentally capable of doing it. Because they said she gets found guilty on the charges of like what she's done, and then they have to find out whether she's all capable, all there to have done it. So I'll put this little bit of a video on, and then I'll come back to you.
She lifts a towel that's covering the bucket. It's a beach towel, and unfortunately sees essentially a mother's worst nightmare. That her son's head is in the bucket.
New shocking details revealed in the chilling case of Taylor Business. The Wisconsin woman accused of murdering her lover, sexually assaulting him after cutting his head off and dismembering the rest of his body. Monday marked day one of the disturbing trial, where we saw inside the alleged crime scene for the very first time.
That's how she put it. I found my son's head in a bucket, so I'm dumbfounded. Didn't believe her.
Are you positive my son's head is in a bucket?
So right there, look right, there's a bucket with a towel on it.
Lifted the towel off, and there was, in fact, a human severed head in the bucket.
Never saw a head in the bucket, correct?
Correct. 25-year-old Taylor Business now stands trial in the murder of Shad Therion, who investigators say she killed in February 2022. She now faces multiple charges, including first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. She's pleaded not guilty and not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect.
But ultimately, the case comes down to choices and responsibility. The defendant made a series of choices, February 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Choices to use methamphetamine, choices to kill her friend, Shad, choices to then utterly degrade him after the fact.
During Monday's opening statements, Brown County, Wisconsin Deputy District Attorney Caleb Saunders laid out investigators' timeline of events.
The evidence in this case will show that in the early morning of February 22nd of 2022, the defendant strangled her friend Shad Therion to death using a dog collar. That after he was dead, engaged in sexual acts with him, with his body, subsequently dismembered him using kitchen knives found in the home. You'll hear testimony and evidence will show that in the early morning of February 23rd, is a Tuesday, kind of a normal cold February in Wisconsin, at a house on Stony Brook Lane. It's sort of, if you know the area, the west side of Green Bay, Fireman's Park, West Mason Street, that area. Tara Pakinich is kind of in her home and is awoken by a storm door shutting. There's a door that's sort of abuts the garage, driveway to the residence, normal single-family home in the area. Hears a storm door close and is awoken from sleep. It's early morning, 2:30, 3 a.m., somewhere in there. She goes and gets up. It kind of wakes her up, and she's aware at that point that her son, Shad, was in the basement with a friend, Taylor, and right next to the stairs, there's a 5-gallon bucket that you'd get at a home center, and she lifts a towel that's covering the bucket. It's like a beach towel. And unfortunately, sees essentially a mother's worst nightmare, that her son's head is in the bucket.
Saunders described how Shabiznis and Therion's sexual encounter quickly escalated to something much darker.
You'll hear the defendant describe that what apparently begins as a somewhat sexual encounter escalates to a dog collar being placed around Shad's neck, and the defendant quite vividly describes what she then did. She's yanking on the chain. She's describing what's happening to Shad. It's evidence that you'll hear, and you'll hear it from the defendant's own mouth, that shows that this is an intentional act. It's not one pull of a gun trigger. It's an intense act. You'll hear about that from Vincent Tranquita, Dr. Tranquita as well. She's pulling harder, just hoping that he eventually passes, and it takes a significant amount of time. It takes several minutes, so you'll hear her say. After that, after Shad's deceased, she describes what she then does with his body, again, engaging in sexual acts, ultimately dismembering him quite significantly. She reports that afterwards, that law enforcement would have fun finding all the body parts that are located throughout the basement, told law enforcement where to find certain body parts. Like I said, it wasn't obvious to law enforcement who initially respond to that basement what happened.
In the defense opening statement, Shabiznis' attorney Christopher Freilich reminded jurors the burden of proof falls on the state.
Now, in this case, the state of Wisconsin, through the Brown County District Attorney's Office, has the complete burden of proof. The state must prove to all of you jurors, beyond a reasonable doubt, each and every element of the crimes charged beyond a reasonable doubt. The United States Constitution presumes that every person who is accused of a crime is presumed to be innocent. And in this case, Taylor Shabiznis is presumed to be innocent. She doesn't have to prove anything. The defense does not have to prove anything in this case.
Freilich also teased ahead to the possibility that Shabiznis may take the stand in her own defense.
My client, Taylor Denise Shabiznis, also has an absolute right to remain silent. Under the law, she has a right not to testify if she so chooses, and if she's fact alone against her in this trial. She doesn't have to testify, but she may testify.
To wrap opening statements, Freilich urged jurors to remain even-keeled.
When you're considering all of the evidence, don't jump to conclusions. Don't rush to judgment. Please keep an open mind. Listen to all the facts. Listen to what every witness has to say carefully and weigh what they have to say. And remember, there's always two sides to every story. You jurors are going to have to decipher the facts of what may have occurred or what didn't occur. But at the end of the case, we ask that you find our client not guilty on all the counts. Thank you.
With the start of testimony, so too came new pieces of evidence for the public, including the initial 911 call made by the victim's mother and her boyfriend.
I have no clue what's happening. My girl swears that she's found her severed head of her son in the basement.
Did you go down there?
In a bucket. I went down. I can't tell what the pardon my language. I'm kind of a little freaked out.
Stephen Hendricks tells dispatch his girlfriend, Tara Pakinach, found what she believed to be her son's head in a bucket at the bottom of her staircase.
Are you hallucinating, or do you think that...
I don't think so. I went down and there's something in the damn bucket. I can't, I don't know, man. She's a little freaked out and kind of freaking me out.
Hello? Hi, Tara. So can you tell me what's going on?
Are you positive my son's head is in a bucket, a young bucket in my basement?
What makes you think that?
Because I looked in the bucket.
And what did you see?
Exactly what I told you.
Okay, where's the rest of the body at?
No idea.
Tara Packanack told jurors she found her son's head by happenstance.
Were you concerned that your son or his friends were peeing in that bucket?
It was a possibility. I didn't know why the bucket was there.
Okay.
Normally isn't there.
Okay. And,
And it was covered.
okay. And you kind of came upon the bucket, happenstance kind of, right?
Right.
So then you took the towel off?
I did.
And how long did you look in the bucket?
See,
Seconds?
I don't know. Seconds, probably.
Okay. Did you put the towel back then?
And I put the towel back, yes.
While on the stand, Hendricks described the moments before he called for first responders.
That's how she put it. I found my son's head in a bucket. So I'm dumbfounded. Didn't believe her. Thought she was having a mental issue or something. Go downstairs and see what the hell she's talking about. And I can't see anything, so we go back upstairs and contemplate what the heck to do.
So I guess what do you do specifically when you go downstairs?
I went to the basement and observed the bucket that she said, but I don't know, my mind blocked it out. About all I seen was like hair, like an animal or something. I didn't know what the heck.
When police arrived to the home, body camera video shows them approach the bucket.
Go right there. Look right. There's a bucket with a towel on it.
Green Bay Police Department officer Alex Waynish described finding the head in a bucket and chunks of flesh throughout the basement.
At the bottom of the stairs to the right, there was a green bucket with a shower towel on top of it, just to verify we had an actual head in a bucket. Lifted the towel off, and there was, in fact, a human severed head in the bucket.
Did you see any other parts of a human body?
No other parts of a human body, no.
Okay. Did you notice any areas of potential blood?
Yes.
And where was that?
Beyond the stack of mattresses, there appeared to be blood on the floor and then small chunks of human flesh.
Jurors also heard pieces of Therion's body were recovered in duffel bags, a crock pot box, and a purse.
Had you ever seen anything like this before in your experience?
I have seen mutilation, but nothing to this extent before.
Never saw a head in a bucket, correct?
Correct.
After you looked at the bucket and the contents of the bucket, did you pronounce death then, or?
Yes.
Okay. What was the time of death?
I would have to check my report.
Was it sometime after 11 a.m.?
Yes.
Did you know of any other concerns that were in the basement after you looked at the bucket?
I was notified that they suspected that there were human remains in other receptacles or other containers within the basement.
The trial is expected to last throughout the week, but could have a more rigorous deliberation process than usual. Jurors must first decide whether Schabusiness is guilty. If deemed guilty, jurors must then decide whether she's responsible for the crimes based on her plea of mental disease or defect.
Told you it was a out of the world case, this. So she chopped his head off, put it in a bucket with his man bits, and it was his man bits, yeah, be bits, wouldn't it? But like some of the stuff, obviously I'm not going to go into it now, but some of the stuff is really, really bad. I'll leave some links for that, but what I'll do is in a couple of days is I'll go through it all myself, because there's a lot of footage of it. and I'll pick out what bits I can and put it into like one video. But I'll leave links for you to have a look at that. Now we are going to have to start with these live streams because that's 20 minutes that I've wasted. So I'll start with these live streams and I'll come back to you at the end.
You can go to see if somebody fires a live up. It's going to see as soon as you go into the live chat, if it's 18 plus, it's going to ask you the same thing. It's Google's update or YouTube's updating itself.
Aye. Oh, did you get an email about all that thing about background noise and all that cancel?
Yeah, I've got. Yeah, I read it all. So that. How are you,
Cool,
Harry?
yeah,
Good, mate?
I've not read it all, but it's cool. How are you getting on, Irish from Locker?
Okay. Good, long way out, good, mate.
Brilliant.
Just pulling a couple of roots out.
Oh, fucking
we're getting rid of a load of roots today, as you
trying
know.
to sow roots under the ground, man. And
Alright, if you plant the evil sticker for everybody in the chat.
Prit stick.
Harry's told me a couple of bushes to pull out. Fucking fans following.
You can't even cut the cunts because they're in the ground.
Is Harry's giving some of these garden a Brazilian?
Mate, it's a nice wee Brazilian thing.
I'll tell you one thing, it's harder to get the fucking roots out the ground than the fucking tree down.
Wait. Right, now, that's a backup channel. And you know.
Oh, aye.
Right, there you go, Mark. That's my account, I mean.
All right,
what,
right.
13 ERFF?
I just wrote that to see if it worked.
Pop, yeah.
Oh, happy days. Harry, well, hold on, is that your backup channel?
I give it a spanner, will he?
Yes, mate, give us 1 second. Hold on, I'm going to put that.
Harry's going to jump on that phone. This phone's going to die, lads. Right?
Yes, no problem, Rocky. Yes, mate. Listen, I'm going to go for that link for that Harry's channel out there. But Harry, you want me to span this one up, yeah?
Aye, because it's a different phone. Do you know what I mean?
What do you want me to? Do you want the big spanner or the wee one?
Anyone.
There's the big one. I'll give you the big one.
Me, I don't use them, but it's just.
Yeah, I know, mate. Listen. You always had your backup channel. Always had a big spanner on mine anyway, and then they sort of done away. I didn't see any chance because you weren't coming in on your backup channel, so that's why I took it away.
I bought that there phone at Christmas for fucking people give me money. Do you know what I mean? No, because I was going to do that drone shit and all, so I just grabbed it there and went on. And I must have been using that phone to get into the girls' channel that day. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember? So I had to make that there to get into the girls because it was the screen was broke on my phone. Remember?
Well, mate, you're gonna have
still
to go
doing that drone shit, Irish?
Huh?
You still thinking about doing the drone stuff?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, for him.
Alright, you're gonna have to go and check your Google one. You're still 17 plus.
He needs to bounce. I'll bounce on in a minute.
Yes, no problem. That's still on, Alex. No problem, mate. No problem. Talk to the bit. Yes, mate.
Take care, lads.
Yes. That's just spannered up anyway with a big he had 2 big spanners anyway, no, because of his backup channel, and then I done away with it because he wasn't coming in on his backup channel.
I didn't even get Neil was live. I didn't even get a notification.
Mate, I'm looking here to see. I didn't get a notification. Listen, look, I not one notification. I didn't get a notification or anything.
No, I'm the same because I've been sitting for days waiting on somebody going live. Well, Kim going live.
The only notifications I've really been getting is from Jimmy Cross's Nuts as Exposed. All the videos he's putting out.
Aye, 20 minutes.
And that's what I'm saying. I've been keeping an eye on them because that's why I was saying to people, get Jimmy's link in there and shit like that there. It's me, no. Got there, because it's not that there. See, if you haven't had your phone in your hand a couple of days, most people go to like say YouTube selling and watch the news, and then they're sort of up to date. I mean to say, if you jump on the account, you're not jumping on blind because you know what's going on. Well, Jimmy's just something similar.
See the way I was thinking it, Mark, right, is on my channel, on the channel, and that is like I'm not talking about any of that stuff like the doxing and that because it's in police hands now and all that. So the way I look at it, there's nothing I can say to do, or I do want to be, you know what I mean? It's all getting taken care of. There's wheels in motion.
Richard,
so
that's why I come on. I haven't mentioned doxing. I haven't said nothing about doxing. All of around it says, well, big up Jimmy for what you're doing on your channel. Awesome for fucking 50 bags that are going to put your bake out there.
That's different if they're at war with, if their names are getting mentioned and things like that, that's different. I'm just saying myself personally, it's getting it's in the right hands and all that. And so
That's it, mate.
Respect to it was needed done, and like I say, kids are always come first.
Right, Richard, I'm going to ask you, because you asked our people in the chat, are you happy with my intro song?
Aye, I love Eminem, mate. You could have put any fucking song up there, but it was
I
quite
know,
good,
but
that one.
listen, I think that one's a cracker because it's like there's like a message in it. You think you don't know, you think you know, but you don't know.
Yep. Oh, Eminem's a lot. See what the thing is, right? Was like this isn't racist, but like rap is commonly known as like the black man's like that. He was the man. Like every other rapper near enough. I mean, what did we have before Eminem? Vanilla Ice, for fuck's sake, coming. But like Eminem just came along and like these words and how fast he can rhyme, and see even his goofy ones like the I'm the real Slim Shady. They're all brilliant masterpieces. Like
Yeah. Well, fucking listen. You ever see no way people put them motivational quotes and all like you ever see the one that shows you it's a picture but it's cut in half and the half is the M&M and the other half's John Wick and then in the middle is a pencil. It says these two men can kill you with one pencil. No way in the first John Wick film
no.
apparently he killed 3 men with a pencil.
I remember they had the back and forward with that. What was his name? That young rapper that tried to take him on.
I'm not talking about Eminem, Richard. I'm talking about John Wick, as in the film where Keanu Reeves.
Did he? I've never seen John Wick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, so see in the first one, the Russians the head Russian tells his son a story about John Wick killing 3 men with a pencil.
Right.
And then in the second one, you actually get to see what he said about the pencil in the second film. Where it shows him killing and then Eminem will just whatever Eminem writes with his pencil, he can fucking destroy your life now. So both of them
kind of saying they're both deadly, but obviously different ways. But
both of them are deadly with a pencil. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, because I think I actually have it somewhere backed up in the photos myself. And I must put it out someday, so I must have got there. Because listen, it makes a lot of sense. One can kill you with a pencil just for writing a song about you, and then your fucking career and your will just kill you outright with a fucking pencil. So also like that there. Listen, it's good to see like this. Not no one this time. Listen, I was only expecting maybe 3 or 4 people in the being no mid afternoon. That's why I sort of said to myself, I was maybe go from about 8:15 go to about 5 hours.
That's good, mate.
Listen, there's Trouble Nap in the chat. People go and subscribe to Trouble Nap's new channel, please.
Yes, mate. I've never seen it. True Grit, bro. Never seen it. There's 4 of them now. I'll maybe sit down and binge watch them one night.
There's Trouble. He was saying, what the fuck, Lammy? You've never seen John Wick?
I thought, everybody, I know it's like one of the, but you Ken something, I was talking to somebody the other day, last couple of months, and I says, I Stand By Me and Lost Boys are one of my 2 best films from when I was young, and they went, what's Stand By Me and Lost Boys? And I was like, what, seriously, you've never seen Stand By Me?
It makes you feel old, doesn't it, when somebody says that to you?
Aye.
You sort of say to yourself,
that was a brilliant film.
Great, and oh fuck me, sure, I remember Stand By Me and Lost Boys.
That was like a coming age, wasn't it? Young boys turning into men, and it was about the same time I was like in that age. It was a great film, man.
Everybody else, Trouble Nat's new linker for his channel. You haven't go and subscribe to him.
Because like we used to go walks like that along the railway up here where I stay. There's a railway track. It was on the pits, so we used to go away down the railway. Like we'd get a wee backpack with a piece on it, and we'd just go down to it. It was like fucking all day. We'd spend maybe take an air rifle, catapult, and you would just lose yourself in the fucking like that. So watching Stand By Me was brilliant. It was like what we done.
That's what I used to say. Listen, see, when you look beyond your own housing estate where you live, you'd be surprised what's outside if you're willing to travel a half an hour or whatever.
I know what you mean by that when you
say
that.
No, see, when we used to go to my dad used to let us, when I was really young, my dad said, we up a mountain, on Sunday, be your mates with dogs, and all like that there, and see, you see once you're like 25 minutes out of the estate, you're Woodfield Park, and then you're at the bottom of the mountain, and then see once you get up there, you say, fuck, I didn't realise all this was my own doorstep now. No rivers, because we used to go down, we used to go in the river from the very top and just stay in the river, come right down through the waterfalls and all, no. The whole way right back down again, then you just, as you're walking home, you're drying off, no.
Aye, Aye, like I was going to say, your landscape is exactly the same as like Scotland. Ireland and Scotland's like got pretty much the same landscape
Yeah.
in the rural places or like places on the built up cities or towns.
Funny enough, that's me and it, that's what we were talking about today. No, see the Shankill. It's not Gaelic. It's like Gaelic, Ulster, Scots, whatever Ulster's the language Ulster Scots used. I know it was
Yeah.
the same as Gaelic, but no way they had like their sort of own twang to it and stuff like that. There, no.
Yep.
It means something church. Shankill, that's what Shankill means in no like Ulster Scots language, something church.
All right.
So it does. Because see now when you phone most of the doctors, it's like you're through the church view practice and stuff like that. Or they've all changed their name to church something.
See the Shankill.
Shankill.
It's not actually like a giant place, is it? It's like for all
No,
the trouble
the
that happened.
Shankill Road's less than half a mile long, but see everything that branches off at the sides of it. You got there. It would
Half
take
a
you,
mile.
less than half a mile long, yeah.
Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, people think the Shankill starts right down by the Diamond Barras. The Shankill starts at Agnes Street and finishes at Tannen Street, like out there. So it goes from one satellites to the next satellites. There's a satellites in between, but there shouldn't
And
really
what
be.
would you like? And it's about the same, just the same left and right, just like
Yeah, it's
just
just
a bit
like
like a
there
half
used to be
mile
a
square.
bar. There used to be a bar in every corner, but now there's hold on. I'll tell you, many bars is on like out there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Four bars on the Shankill, and then there's ones off that. There's another 1, 2,
Oh, Mark,
3.
how did the Irish folk? Sorry.
Go ahead, mate.
How did
what?
the Irish folk handle, like, see, here in Britain, like about 20 years ago, right, we got hit with this thing called cash converters, right? And there were these guys that would, like, take you, they would sell, like, buy your telly and buy everything
You
you
give me
owned off you.
28 days.
And they would put a bookies right next to it all the time.
Yeah.
A bookies on the left and a pub on the right. And
It's like that. It's like that in Belfast too, Richard.
I thought they would have maybe got chased out of there with the folk, but I suppose if there's money and all that, there's certain things beaks can be wet. No, I don't know. But
I'll tell you what I have seen happening. No, people going and maybe putting their bras, really good jewelry in. Big thick necklaces, and then giving them like £40 we can give you like after and the take because there may be addicts or something when they're addicted.
See what I didn't like about it, Mark, mate, like I says at the start, was like they would take like your telly off you, they would take something like most folk, wouldn't they, like your trainers, they'd take the shoes off your feet, but the thing is, when you walked out the door, you could always see a pub and a bookies before you could get home, and that's what really annoyed me about cash converters, because
that's the way it is.
Basically saying we'll take your last off you and we'll help you spend it on booze.
Well, Richard, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. That one, though, see, you come out and you turn right, and then you go up the first entry. There's a Paddy Park bookies, and then across the street down the entry, there's a William Hill bookies, and then there's bars all around it.
They're away now, though, because there's none out here. Like,
no, I think they're all away now. So you are. Listen, I know a lot of people, like I say, their brothers maybe brought like a fucking £2,000 chain down, and they maybe got stupid, like 80 or 90 quid. They got there, and the brothers have walked in, and the manager's been, you're not getting that. And is that right? You have to come out here when you close the fucking shop.
But the thing is, too, they always done that thing where you could pay for an extension. So you were, I remember putting I think it was a PlayStation 1 at the time or 2, and I remember putting it in for like 30 quid, and it was worth about 200 at the time. But see, by the time I ended up like paying extensions every month and all that, I think I'd bought the thing about 2 times over by the time I bought it.
Big up this, that, there's this, that, I mean, old church. I just knew it meant something, church, this, that, and listen, I just knew it meant something, church. I didn't know it meant old church. I just knew it meant, because this is what see a couple months ago, see all the doctors now, it used to be when you phoned you get through to your doctor, but see now it's all automated machines, press 1 for this and that. But see when you get through now, it's like welcome to church view practice, and they're all the same. So it actually got me thinking though with me, and then I thought a wee bit of digging, but it's old church. Big up this, that.
Yeah, this, that. Is it long till you're back to this, that, mate? I hope it's not long, bro.
You got there. What's it? What is it? That's what?
I hope it's not long till he's back after his work to see missed that. I think it's like a couple of months, I think.
You're not working no more, does that? No?
No.
Oh, fuck, man, I hope you get back to work shortly.
No, he's working away for Mr.
Oh, is he still over at our place, the one
Aye,
company?
I think so. We did a video for that wee video clip, but
Yeah, I remember I was on live one night, like
beautiful weather.
early
4
hours
weeks
one
to
morning.
go, perfect. That. Sorry, Mark.
I was on live one night. It was like early hours, stupid o'clock in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. That was on the panel, and he just showed the background. Like I thought, you fuck me, you all seen the sun
Oh, when
coming
he
up.
was walking about
No, he was
sun
on
was
like
beating down.
no, he was on a balcony. He was on his balcony or something, or his terrace or whatever. But you just seen the sun coming up over the mare. It was unbelievable, looking like absolutely beautiful.
Oh, it was
Big up,
beautiful. Aye, offshore.
Listen, that's why I says it's good to see people like that in. That and all's always been good supporters of my channel, and the likes of Bomber and all, and people like that there too, you know. And that's why I feel live up, because it's the first live I've done in a week. Like that there, and I was looking at me, fucking people were thinking I'm not doing no more lives,
Mark,
no.
do you know, I think a week on you, like if you take a week off YouTube, it feels like a month or 2 months. Just like I took about 3 days off, and I felt like, fuck, what's
Like I
going
say,
on with me?
Richard, I was out today, so I was with 8 Ball, so I was, and the kids not there, and I got back and I looked at the phones. I had to go back and watch 3 days in a row of YouTube Asylum.
Aye,
But I only watch the ones that are relevant to me, you know, like if Just Us Girls is on or whatever,
I'm
you know.
the same, mate. Otherwise,
And
I
I watch,
fast forward the
like,
timestamps past
and
the
I
other
don't even
ones.
have to watch it all. Like, say it's 11 minutes long, I only need to see like the first 6 minutes, because the start of it sort of tells you what they're talking about, so you get the gist of it off that. Big up, big up.
Yes,
He has
mate.
that's always been a good supporter of my channel, so he has no always. Then the Mrs. That fucking through this and Mrs. That takes over some
Well,
weeks.
like I've said, Mark, from the beginning, if it wasn't for Miss that kick my arse too much, I wouldn't even have a channel, because he wouldn't let me go. He wouldn't give me a minute. He wouldn't let me dodge the question. And
Well, that's it.
Miss that was right on my lives to start
Mate,
with. So thanks to the
I remember when you said to me about, no, you were going where I'm thinking about sinking it, the sort of thing, and I was like, it's me, that's a slap in your face to your subscribers, mate, don't be doing that, that's me, you'll regret it, no, and me, because people do it, and then,
It was just
like,
all that
see,
arguing and crap and angry, and I was thinking, is
Richard,
this worth it? Because I enjoy coming on panels, Mark, because it's like,
Richard, let me tell you something, and this is the gospel truth. That's why I want to come on there and says about, no, CS here, keep my name out of your mouth. You can't do it, it's impossible. That's why I said I'm not having a go at that, I'm not looking at war with that, like that there. That's what I said to me. Listen, people can go where the fuck they want, I don't care, as long as people come in and they're having a laugh.
Exactly, Mark. It's like, this is the way I look at it, bro. Right?
Mate, you're going to address it on your channel. Address it and just tell them.
I know I'm
just
going
tell
to.
everybody.
Mark, that's just what I was just going to say before. But I'll say, like, if you mention banter, I'm on the channel, on the panel. It doesn't. It's the same if I'm on banters and he mentions you. It's like you say, it's impossible not to talk about people. But as long as you're not the one carrying stories in between, that's all that matters. But I'm going to set down a few ground rules tomorrow. Like, just like, listen, I'm here for a laugh. I'm here for fun. I'm not that. I'm taking control with the reins, and I'm just what treat the folk. Everybody that's treated me right will be getting treated right, and it's just got to be a place for a laugh. And if folk are bored and what, we escape. Nothing else, no dramas, as little as possible, and just something like this, just something to chat, just fun.
Well, mate, listen, John, we'll maybe have set up here for Saturday night, like out there. If anybody wants to come in Saturday night, no way we had used to have the duck racing.
I've always wanted
I've got I've nearly got it down to a T about the motor car racing, but
I've never had a duck for that, Mark, in my life.
You got there, so it'll be car racing instead of ducks. No, you'll have like a taxi, you'll have like a police car, you'll have like a fucking
wacky races type.
Sort of thing. Yeah, we got there, and anybody can win it. You can put the whole chat in, and everybody on the panel, and whoever wins. So.
I think that's what more folk need, because a lot of folks say, "Oh, it's boring, it's boring." Maybe for a few shift, but like a wee 20 minutes when, like, see if you notice your chats maybe whittling away for a bit, and folk are maybe away for 10, and you've lost like 5 or 10 of the folk that are like yapping the chat. You can just batter a duck race on and
Listen, see my lives that are posted. They got there. See if you scroll right down to the very bottom. See the very first one. I think it has like 1,300 views. They got there. That was the the duck racing, the first night we done the duck racing, they got there, cut and woo and all there and all was on it and stuff like that there. And it's 7 hours and 45 minutes long, right on to like after 5 in the morning.
That's some life,
Mate,
that.
you want to see that, but it was one of them lives which it was fucking brilliant from start to finish.
Aye.
Just, no, like, you had, like, at one stage there was 10 on the panel.
Aye.
You got there, and everybody was just like, when we get the duck racing going, we're like, oh, fucking, they got there, and everybody in the chat just loved it, and to watch you laugh behind it was fucking unreal.
That's what it's all about, mate. Like I say, if you can get the nights, you're always going to get a night where there's something else happening. But if you can just get the mate, if we can bring back Mary Day nights where it's just laughter and there's no bitterness, snidiness, or like underhanded comments, and we're just in a pure laugh, pure just. And it's like this, Mark. Right? If there was an app that said, right, every time you go on it, it's going to give you a sore head, you wouldn't go on that app, would you?
No.
So, I mean, if you look at it like that, that's if YouTube's giving you a sore head, don't press that app.
Yeah. No, you just turn and say, oh, fuck that there, no, I'm not even going to press it, but chances. Yeah, you're, like you say, if you know it's going to give you a sore head, why would you press something if you know it's going to give you a fucking sore head?
Aye, basically, mate, aye. And watch a
See, the only people do that there is people that love inflicting pain on themselves now.
Aye,
fuck me. Fucking head cases.
I can't work it out. I've said this many a time, Mark, mate. Like, say, like, if I come onto YouTube and I hear a great laugh and a giggle, like, say, the new and last night raging and that, and bant and that, I've done 2 last night, but just hearing a laugh, say, right, and you come off it and you're feeling happy with yourself. I've always said the same has to apply if you're going on and being toxic and you're shouting at folk and you're getting yourself all angry. You can't just come out of that app, especially if you get booted or that, and you're all right with everybody in your family or in the same household as you. You're bound to be raging and crabbing and angry. If I'm feeling the happy side, you hate it. It has to work both ways.
Yeah, 100%, Richard, 100%, mate. 100%. They got there. No, it's just it does. Let's get there. And listen, there's people that I have blocked, and it's just for the good of my channel. No, that's all it is. It's not.
Mark, you said the key words. It's your channel, mate.
Exactly, mate. It's for the good of my channel. Like out there, no, because or people start to stay away. Okay, no, I mean, I did say, listen, I had a laugh with them people there not too long ago, which I did. But listen, I'm having a laugh because I would rather sit and laugh with them and sit and fucking fight with them and go through an hour war. If you know what I understand, because we're only after having a big fight to fall out, and we sort of met in the middle, and then everything was sweet. They got there, and then it's sort of, listen, we're better off just doing our own thing because everybody was enjoying themselves and there was no fucking backstabbing or none of this hard shit. No, everybody was just enjoying themselves.
So what? My name's Adolf. What are you going to fucking do, cunt? So what? My name's Adolf. What are you going to do, cunt? What are you going to do, you little prick?
He's gone. Yes, that guy.
Come on, Adolf. That guy.
Yes,
Where's
that
my
guy.
burger without my pickle,
You shut
you
your
cunt?
mouth, you.
Change your little spice head.
Tony would hit you that high praise you will get. When he
Tunes and Pez.
For
Tunes
your
is Pez's
soul.
brother. I know he is. Tunes is related to
No,
Pez.
I think
Big
Trez
up,
is your
Pez.
dad because you look like each other, innit?
Long
Two
lost
inbred
brothers.
cunts, innit?
You do, you
fucking Shrek-looking cunt.
You're a knobhead.
Shrek-looking
Leave
cunt.
legend
Let's see what
alone.
you look like then, Mr.
Leave
Fucking
legend
I can't show you my
alone.
face.
Off, you
See, because you can't, because you're a little wanker, you're a little coward that can't show his face. It's easy to skip it behind the screen, innit? It's easy to skip it behind the screen and not show your face. You little cowardly, little pussy boy
Leave
cunt.
legend alone.
Nah, it's what do you mean leave legend alone? Fuck you. Are you silly? Are you silly? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 giving it to me. Are you sick? Are you thick? You're thick, you are thick. If you can't see what they're doing to me and you're sticking up for them, that just goes to show what an impressionable, fucking silly little cunt you are.
Is that Tunes or Pez? Is that Tunes or Pez on?
I've met Legend. Legend's a good looking guy.
Just showed his face, it looks like Pez.
Fucking hell. No, like you.
Have you got 2 accounts? Are you Pez? Are you Tunes and Pez?
Is that backwards?
He's got 2 accounts. He's Pez as well, isn't he? He only shows half his head, though.
Bacons is fine, honestly.
He takes his headset off. He takes his headset off and goes for 100-meter sprint.
Listen, Tunes is just a fucking walking
The little
gate.
snitch.
You
Your
know,
little grass.
he's nothing. He's nothing.
He's always been nothing. Even their lasses saying, get downstairs, you're nothing.
Yeah, get your wife on. Get your wife on.
Sammy the Bull. Is it
Yeah,
Sammy the
My
Bull?
wife is not like this. She doesn't have to come on YouTube to be relevant, does she? She ain't got a sad life like you, fucking Tracy. You have to come on YouTube, don't you? Yeah, because your life's shit, innit, Tracy? You have to come on YouTube to be relevant. Yeah, you fucking no good cunt.
Sammy the Bull Rider.
You know, you're just an horrible bastard. You're a gullible, nasty, horrible bastard. You don't know right from wrong, do you, Tracy? You do not know right from wrong. You don't know right from wrong. I ain't even going to talk to you. You're an arsehole.
Listen.
Go fuck yourself.
Right, listen.
little
No,
spice
I won't
fiend.
go and fuck myself because I've got others to do that for me. But anyway,
Yeah, I'll get your big dildo out then. Get your big dildo out of legend.
Listen, man. Listen to me.
Yeah, I am a pisshead. Yeah, say what? Say what? And what? I don't care. Say what? What are you going to do?
Listen, Jones, listen, Jones, you're gonna turn out like Angel J.
Am I?
He already looks like it.
Do I? I still bang you out, fucking wanker.
Fall off your chair, Jones.
Tunes is Pez and Pez is Tunes.
You said all right, Daryl, you little grass. Hiding in his estate. Hiding in your estate, Daryl.
One, you little snitch. 100 metres, you ran to the nearest police station.
You little wanker.
You ran to the nearest police station and turned it off.
Did I?
Yeah. You turned it off and it got to the police station.
Keep hiding your estate, you wanker. See, people like you. If I met someone like you in person, right?
I'd put you asleep.
I'll take all your money off doing everything. You're a complete
night in seconds.
You're a complete. You're doing me in 90 seconds. All right, Daryl. Let's talk about Daryl. How many fights? All right, Daryl. Let's talk about your professional record. Daryl, Mr. Yeti's boss. Yeah, you bang you out, you little wanker. Right, come on, Daryl. How many fights you had? Come on, professional. How many professional fights you had, Daryl? Use the box, Daryl.
He's not Freddy Krueger.
9 or 10. 9 or 10.
9 or 10. How many did you win?
That's just they're the ones who have run away though. I can't catch them.
They're the ones that are going to run away in a boxing ring. You talk bollocks.
Like
you talk bollocks.
I've seen you run. I've seen you run.
You see me run? What? Running to the point.
You've got miles in them trainers, you little shitbag.
I've got miles in them trainers, have I?
He's got piles. He's got piles.
Running away from the action.
Yeah, I probably have got
piles.
Fuck. No, I ain't fat.
You are. You're just fat, man.
End of story.
But I've got a bit of a belly, yeah, because I've got something wrong with my stomach.
What's that fatness?
Yeah, he's a fat bastard.
But you've got a belly.
I'm a fat bastard. I'll shut up, you silly little cunt. I'll shit in your face, you little cunt. I'll shit on you. I'll shit on you, little muggy cunt. See you, silly little cunt. If I was to come round your ass, I'll do more and smash your windows, you silly little cunt. He's going like this and that. You ain't fuck all, you silly little cunt. See you, silly little cunt. You need a good fucking hiding and put in your place. Just like all these little wankers on YouTube.
You need a good fucking slapping, you do, Tunes.
Yeah, come and do it then.
You need a fucking good slapping, you do.
Come and do it. I've been on YouTube how long? No one's done it. Come and do it then. Daryl, you might be the one. Daryl, are you the one?
No one can catch you.
Are you the one, Daryl? Daryl, are you the one? You little mug.
You're too quick, you little shit.
You're a mug.
Slow down, boy.
What do you mean slow down, you silly little cunt?
You're running away from the beating.
I'll kill you, you cunt.
Get the bottom knife out. Put the lure pack down and get the
You'll be in a box, you cunt. You'll be under the ground, you little muggy cunt.
I can't believe it's not butter. I can't believe it's not butter, he said.
Hey, up there, lasses knowing it's butter, she spreads it, boy.
He said, I can't believe it's not butter.
You say that I'm out of order for talking about women. Look what that cunt just said. Look what that cunt just said. Double standards. See, this is what I mean about you.
You need to go on the advert.
No good trolls. Double standards. All for the shit. You all little idiots. You all mentally ill. You fucking idiot. You're a fucking person. You're complete cunt.
and get on your toes.
You ain't
Be
nothing
fucking
comparison. You're just a complete cunt.
grass.
If I was to train you in hospital, I'd give you a couple of digs as well, you silly little cunt. Before they give the injection up your arse, I'd definitely jump on your head a couple of times as well.
How would you be able to do that if you're
Down
being
the stairs,
restrained,
you
you
little
daft
muggy
cunt?
cunt.
He's a groomer.
You fucking little wank. Do you groomer? You're a groomer, you silly
He's a
little cunt.
groomer.
You tried
He's
to
a
do in
groomer.
Tracy and she blew you out. Even Tracy fucked you off because she thought you were fucking ugly,
she didn't
cunt.
blow
You
me
still
out. She
ain't
blew
got a
me
bung
off.
up, have you? You sad little seedy, creepy cunt. Innit? Overground, innit? You fucking, I bet you one of them cunts that go with a fucking park in your Mac, innit? Yeah, the fucking legend.
Did you grope in the hospital?
Innit? In the Mac,
You did
innit?
grope in the
You're
hospital.
definitely, you're a legend. You
It was
definitely
you
look like a
groping in the
paedophile.
hospital.
Yeah, I hope you deal
dirty
with
little
paedophiles in
bastard.
the hospital. Yeah, legend.
You was lingering about in the toilet,
Fucking no
smoking
good
some
one
fucking
and cunts,
cunts,
innit? Making videos about people and all
Cheers,
that,
little
innit? Not
bacon.
showing your face, you seedy, no good motherfucker, creepy cunt.
Shut up, you cunt.
dirty little groper.
Shut up,
You little
you
grooming.
fucking no good cunt. Go and get a bunk up and sort yourself out, you fucking no
Well,
good one.
In the hospital as well. In the
Might cheer you up
hospital.
a bit.
You
Fucking
dirty
playing
little.
on
Was that an
fucking
easy
GTA.
target for you? You
Playing on
dirty
GTA,
little
you said, cunt. How old are you? 60. You're
know
playing
what?
kids
You're
video
dagging
games.
groper.
You're playing kids
That'll
video games, you
eliminate.
no good one, cunt.
You want to what? You
Dangerous
want to
Darren.
play
They
on it
call
over
him
there?
Dangerous Darren.
Did you want to do it over there or play on GTA tunes?
I'll
Yes,
smash
you
you
did.
on GTA. You're shit.
Shut
You ain't no
up.
good video games. Play me on COD. I am you cunt.
I only play with COD if it's your yeah.
Modern
Not saying no.
Warfare. Modern Warfare 2. I'll smash you, you little mug.
Get on GTA tomorrow, you cunt.
I'll get on GTA. You get your team, I'll get my team, and we'll smash
Fuck
you.
off, I only need you, you
We'll
cunt.
smash you. All my mates are sweats, you silly little cunt, and I've told them about you. I've told them about you.
Let's
little
play you.
muggy
I'll
cunt.
play you on the game. I'll play you on the get you little fucking wrong'un.
Oh, yeah.
Am I wrong on you, silly little cunt? I'll tell you what, Daryl, you need a good fucking... Someone needs to throw acid in your face, you cunt. You need a good fucking hiding, you cunt. You need a really good fucking beating, you know, good one.
I'd slap the back out of you, daft cunt.
Oh, would you? Come and do it then.
Shut up, you little
Come
groomer.
on and do it. What do you mean, sharp? Is that all you can do? Sharp. You're little plums. You're little plums. You ain't fuck all. Do you know what I mean? Me in person, what I'd do to you, you silly little cunt. I'd get you for attempted murder.
Who's the
Danger man.
Who's the
You're just
GTA team? They live around your area, yeah?
cunt, Daryl. That's what you are.
Who do you
You're
know
not a
around your
normal
area,
person.
too?
Posters
You
coming
fucking
your
go
way.
on YouTube to make yourself
just
think
need
you're
to
this
ask
and
him
that.
something, innit?
You don't know anyone.
How close
You
is
ain't got
to
no
him, bro?
backup.
If you
You're a
believe in
complete
yourself, you'll be on
cunt.
the
That's what you are.
Where are you from in
You're a
London?
cunt.
fucking doing
So
your
what?
degrees.
You're a
Limited
cunt and you don't know anyone.
You know what?
And you, Daryl. You're a cunt and you don't know anyone. You've got no backup. You're just a little idiot that lives on the estate. You ain't even fucking got your own house, have you? You ain't moved out. You ain't fucking sorted yourself out, have you? You still live on the estate. Oh, there's only one way in the estate and one way out of the estate. You little muggy cunt. How old are you? How old are you, Daryl? Oh, yeah, I live on the estate. I bet you got all this little 16-year-olds protecting you, haven't you, you little muggy cunt?
Whoa, bring
You
in
little
that
prick.
shit.
You're a little wanker. You're a little wanker. You ain't fuck all. You're a complete cunt.
He's a doctor.
Fucking go on like your gangster and all that. You're just a knob. You're complete.
No, you're the only one.
I'm looking for Usain Bolt, someone to catch you.
I don't know what's up with you.
Yep.
Alright, fuck you, you silly little cunt. Go and sort the windows out. Alright, have you boarded your windows up yet?
Lion King, you know what he
Pussy
said to
boy,
me
have you
today?
sorted your windows out yet?
Jones,
Are
tell
your
him what he
windows
said to
sorted
me
out
over
yet?
there.
Alright, cunt,
Jones.
little 16-year-olds like fucking smashed all your windows and you didn't do
Jones,
fuck
tell him
all
what you
about
did to
it.
me.
Yeah,
Jones,
you're a proper bad man and you're a Lion King. You're a proper rude boy. What do you mean? You threatening to shoot me. Alright, prick, I'll get him at 10, cunt. You threatened to shoot me, you little wanker. Are you threatening to shoot me? You silly little cunt. Come on, let's talk about guns. What gun you got? Come on, let's talk about guns. What gun you got? What gun you gonna shoot me with? Come on, back. You said you're gonna shoot me. What gun you gonna shoot me with? Come on, Daryl. What gun you gonna shoot me with? You don't even know firearms, you silly little cunt. I bet you ain't even fired a firearm, you fucking little muggy cunt. You'll probably fire a gun and fall on the floor from the kickback, you silly little
You're a
mug.
lying bastard, this guy, bro.
Yes,
He's done all these crimes, yeah, but he's never been nicked.
Lion King,
He's never been nicked. The only time no,
I've never been nicked. Yeah, that's why I got 4 months of prison sentence and fucking lost my job. Yeah, well, I wish I never got nicked because I still have my fucking job, wouldn't I? You silly little cunt.
He's a
never been to prison. Yeah, you're beating up people.
No, I've never been to prison. No, I ain't. 'Cause I got 4 months
beating up
in
people
prison
at the
sentence.
hospital. When they find out that being abusing a job in power, bro, beating people up that ill at hospital.
Abusing the job in power. Here you go then, talking bollocks. You talking bollocks again. Alright, listen, cunt. I'll come down tomorrow and smash your windows, you silly little cunt. Sort your windows out. Alright, pussy boy, sort your windows out. You're a little cunt. You ain't fucking go on, cunt. Go and strangle another bird, you know, good woman cunt. They let you on the fucking panel when you strangled a woman and fucking dug a grave and you was gonna bury her. But no, Lion King, fuck off your fantasies. You did that. You did that. You're a no good wrong cunt. You need to be cut down her face. You're a nonce. You're a fucking nonce. That's what you are. You're a fucking nonce. You know, you have nonces on your channel, didn't you?
You're a racist.
Nonsense. Yeah, I'm a racist. Yeah, so what? What are you going to do? So what? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Daryl? What are you going to do about it?
I'll put
What are you going to do about it? My name's Adolf. What are you going to fucking do, cunt?
I'll put you another video up for you.
You know where I'm from, you little prick.
Promise me you're not going to run away. Promise me you're not going to run away.
Don't say it. He's a pussy.
Tunes, promise me you're not going to run away.
Lion King, he lives in slums of Dagenham.
No, I don't even know why I'm talking to idiots like you. I don't even know why I'm talking to little trolls. That's what you are, trolls.
Dagenham
Come on,
dickheads.
We was having a good time until
you little Dagenham slut.
You don't live in the real world, do you? You really don't live in the real world.
You don't leave your house.
You live in a fantasy world.
You can't say out, you little hermit. You stay in fucking house 24 hours a day, you fucking shit house.
Shut the fuck up, you silly little cunt.
Come on, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
Holding off.
You
He's a racist cunt. He gets butter knives out.
Am I? Go on, and what? Say what? Say what? What are you going to do? Say what? What are you going to do? And what? And what? What are you going to do, cunt? What are you going to do about it? Keep chatting about it. Why don't you do something about it? Pussy boy. That's what you are, pussy boy. Talk his cheek. That's all you can do is talk about it. You're a little wanker. You ain't fuck all. You're a little cunt.
Give me your address then, Jude. You're that big of a man, yeah? Give me your address. You're close to me, bro. Trust me.
Lion King.
I told you, Beaconsfield Station, pussy boy. Meet me at Beaconsfield Station tomorrow. I'll kick the fuck out of you and chuck you on the road, you silly little cunt.
Obviously a pussy. You're a little man.
Strain a fucking one you over, you know, good woman cunt. That's what you deserve. Good fashion. Strangling women, you fucking know, good woman, nonsense cunt.
You're a little pussy, mate. You're a little pussy. You won't even give your address.
Lion King, watch out, he's going to groom you, watch out.
Yeah, no, I've already seen it.
You know what? I really can't be asked. I'm drained. You just all little words. I'm a doctor, right? So my wife gets docs, and now I'm a doctor. I keep talking your bollocks.
Do you know what?
Listen, see you, silly little cunt. Right? YouTube's already got you in trouble. Your winners have been put through. If you carry on, you're going to get killed. All right, so keep carry on running with your mouth, and when you get killed, it's your own fucking fault. Like all of you little idiots, right? When trouble comes to your door, let's see what happens then. When trouble comes to your door, let's see what fucking happens then, cunt. Let's see how mad you are then, you little wankers, innit? Be like, oh no, YouTube is not real. You're all little idiots. If YouTube becomes real, you're shit yourself. Shut up, you fucking little idiots. You got no backup. You don't know anyone. You're all full of shit. You're all little cunt.
You won't give your address. You're a pussy.
Jones, do me a favour. Jones,
I ain't giving my address. I ain't no fuck
yourself. See what I mean, bro? You're a little pussy boy, bro.
Hey, what? Because I won't give my address out. I'm not that silly, am I? I'm not that silly little idiot like you that gets his windows smashed in, you silly little cunt.
What, you think it's something to do with YouTube, bro? Shut up.
Fuck all to do with me. I wish it was something to do. Hey, listen, if it's something to do with me, your ass would have been burnt down as well, you silly little cunt. With you in it.
Listen. You keep threatening me.
You're trying to talk black for and trying to talk street for. You're a little idiot. You're a little dickhead.
You'll come unstuck with me, mate. Carry on.
You mean come unstuck? Come unstuck. Look at the state. Look at the state. Where's your life going? You got no job. You got nothing. You got nothing. You're a fucking fad. You're a life. You're a no good
You're right
wrong
about that,
cunt.
Tunes, yeah? I've got
Anna, so
fucking
what are you going to do
solution.
then?
I
Are you
want our
looking for
cunt to
jobs?
do you
What are
over,
you going to do? What are you going to do?
I'm
How are you
not
going
no
to sort your
joke.
life
I'm no
out?
joke like
Where's your
you,
life
bro.
going
I'm
from
no
here?
joke
What
like you,
goals have
bro.
you got? You ain't got any goals.
No,
You're just a
listen.
complete cunt, ain't
Well,
you?
listen.
You're just fucked,
You're
ain't you?
threatening me about
You're a
on
no
the
good
streets, bro.
complete
Like,
cunt.
you threatened me
I'm
enough
threatening
times,
you.
bro,
You
yeah?
threatening me, you
Carry on
silly little
threatening
cunt.
me, bro, yeah? I'll
Yeah,
come
why?
to
What
your
you going to
fucking
do?
house,
What you
bro.
going to
I'll
do?
take
What you
your
going
head
to do? You've
clean
been
off.
threatening me. What are you going to do?
Bro,
What are
listen,
you going to do?
when
Fuck
I
all,
threaten
'cause you're a
someone, I'll
cunt.
do
You're a
it,
little
bro. When I
wanker.
give you your address,
Remember,
yeah?
Benatic is where
You're a
you
little
live.
pussy.
Innit?
No, tell
Benatic
Ben
is
then.
where you live,
What's
little
Ben
prick.
saying, bro? What's Ben
Yeah,
saying?
you little
What's Ben
prick.
saying? You think I'm scared of Ben? I'm not scared of Ben. Ben, you know I'm not
Alright,
scared of you,
you
bro.
reckon you'll bang Ben out?
Fuck
Go
off,
on.
mate.
Go on, do you reckon you'll bang Ben out?
I'm not scared of Ben.
Do you reckon you bang Ben
Ben
out?
knows me, bro.
Ben's
Ben
with
knows me,
Warren
mate.
McLean's cousin, isn't he? Cheryl
Listen, I don't
McLean.
care, bro. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
care
Go on,
about
keep
Ben.
mouthing
I
off,
don't
cunt.
care about
Keep
Ben.
mouthing
I
off,
don't care
cunt.
about no
Ben is
one.
a
I'm not
little
like you,
fucking
bro.
beg.
Tunes is
Look,
pairs and pairs is tunes.
Ben lives round here. What's he gonna do? What is he
Tunes is a
gonna
little
fucking do?
fag.
He's gonna
Tunes
do
won't do
fucking
nothing.
nothing.
You
I
can't
No
can't
one
be
catch
do
him.
asked.
nothing
I
to
can't
me.
You
be
can't
asked
catch him.
anymore. I really
Tunes will
can't
say
be
he'll meet
asked.
you there.
You're a little
If you meet
pussy,
Tunes
bro.
there, he will
I
run away.
can't be
He's looking for
Wait,
asked
actually,
TV.
yeah.
He's
I'll
looking for
message
TV.
Ben. I'll message Ben, yeah. Tell him then, innit? Yeah?
No, message
I'll
him
tell
then. I
him,
don't
like,
give a fuck. Message him.
well,
Say
you're
what?
Message
not
Go
bringing
Warren.
his
on,
name
message
Message
up.
him, you
You're not
little
Warren.
bringing
He's
prick.
his name
upstairs.
up.
Message
You're
Warren.
bringing
He's
his name
upstairs.
up.
Tell him that
He's
you
got a
slag him
family
more
and that.
enough. Go on. Tell him you slag him
Listen.
more enough. Go
No, but
on.
listen.
Yeah, go
Listen.
on. Do it
Message
Listen,
then.
yeah?
Do
Warren.
it
He's
then. Do it
upstairs.
then, cunt.
Listen. I will. I'll just tell him, bro. I'll just
Do
say,
it
look, he's
then,
messaging
you
me,
little
bro.
mug.
Don't be
Ben knows
interrupting him
me,
with
bro.
some of the ball.
Ben knows, yeah, mate. Yeah, on the road, bro. I'm a totally different story, mate. Totally different story, bro. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, that's
mate,
why
look,
you
there's
get your
proof
windows
here.
smashed out and you
Listen,
don't do anything
listen.
about it because you're complete
No,
and utter
knock on
cunt
the
and you
door. Knock if they want to smash my windows out, yeah. If they can't
you're
come
a
to the
little
door, knock on it.
wanker. You're a little
They knock
wanker.
it. They smash your windows out of mine
You're
now.
a
I'll just chill, bro.
wanker.
Because I know
You're
that
a
pussy's
wanker
back.
that
My
strangles
door's open
birds and you shouldn't be
24/7.
on panels because you're a nonce cunt that strangles
Who you
women.
calling a
Whoa.
In
fucking
my
nonce?
Nobody
eyes,
Call me a
said.
it's like
nonce if you
Nobody
want.
said.
Julian put
Listen.
messages
Nobody
up,
said.
didn't he, and grass someone
Hey,
up, yeah,
Bro,
but
whoa,
that's
whoa,
all
whoa,
right.
whoa,
Roger
whoa,
there
you're
whoa.
tried to
building it
knock
up,
Julian
someone
bro.
said.
out of a fucking
Jules,
boiler and all
Bro,
that.
Jules,
you're building
You
up.
have all
Yeah.
the
Jules,
wrong
what
ones
did
on
he
there.
say?
Kay, you see that
Jules,
Kay? That Kay's
Jules,
a
what did he
proper
say?
wrong and cunt, but
Jules,
she
what did
comes on the channel.
say?
Starting
This
all
is the
wells.
wrong un channel. You say that you're out and all the wrong uns. You are the fucking
Who
wrong
said that?
uns.
You're the fucking wrong, bro. The way
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Am
keep
I?
talking, that's
Look
the
at
Am
you.
wrong.
Look
I?
at you. Look at you
Okay.
doxing again. You
Okay.
doxing again.
Let's go in a court of law with normal people when you prove it then, cunt.
Hey, you've just
Hmm?
been doxing
Let's
half at
go
two
and
Bro,
let's
again.
get all your fucking
your
history up
grass,
and we get all
your
my history
You're a
grass.
up
doxer.
and we
You're a
see who the
You're
cunt
doxer.
saying you're
is.
gonna go.
Because I know
You're
it'll
a
Well,
be
come on
definitely
then.
you.
I know
Well,
he's
Fucking
a
let's
go on
fussy
let's
one,
have a
not
like
look
he's
this
at
a
and
them,
that.
fussy
mate.
You're a
one.
prick.
Because when we both get sent down, mate, yeah, you're the one that's been going on a nonce cuz. Trust me.
You're a nonce.
Lion
Nonce.
King, all
Nonce
you've been
case.
doing is
Nonce
You'll
spinning.
case.
go.
Hang,
He's a
mang.
fussy one, not he's
Nonce
a
case.
fussy one.
Nonce case. Hang, mang. What
Bro,
did
he's
I strangle a
47,
bird? Did I
yeah.
dig
The
a
amount of
did I
threats
dig a
he said
shallow
he will
grave
do
to try and
tonight, yeah.
bury a
He'll
bird?
kill
No,
him,
never.
kill all your family and all that, bro. He said he'll
More
do
my
this, do that,
family.
yeah,
Don't
to the
even
women.
mention my family, you
Whatever,
silly
yeah.
little cunt, because that'd be
Bro,
the
you
worst
said
thing you
you
ever
no.
fucking did, you no good wrong and
Listen,
cunt.
I'll mention your family then, bro. We were meant to
Say that
mention
again.
your family.
Say
You're
that
not going
again.
to
What
do
are you saying
fuck
about
all,
my?
bro.
Go on. Keep talking about my family. Go on. Start making my. Go on.
Fuck
Go
your
on. Slag my
family,
fam.
yeah.
Go on.
Fuck your
Keep slagging
family.
my.
Fuck your family.
I dare
Fuck your
ya.
family. Fuck
I
your
dare ya.
family.
Go on.
Fuck your
Slag my
family. Fuck
family
your
off.
family. Fuck your
Slag.
family. Fuck your
Oi.
family. Fuck
Go
your
on.
family.
Go on.
Fuck
Go
your
on,
family.
slag
Fuck
my
your
family
family.
off.
Fuck your
Slag my
family.
family
Fuck
off.
your
Go
family.
on, go on.
Fuck your fucking family. Fuck all your
Yeah,
family. Fuck
yeah.
all your
See what
family.
happens to you,
What are you
cunt.
gonna
It's
do?
gonna be more than your
Yeah,
fucking
well, we'll see,
windows, you
bro. Listen,
fucking
we
no
will
good woman
fucking
cunt.
see. You
Yeah,
fucking
let's
fuck
see
your
when you
family.
fucking
Fuck your
kidnap me,
family.
you
Fuck
cunt.
your
And let's
family.
see you
Because I know
fucking no
you're
good
not
woman
worth a
cunt.
fucking wank.
Yeah,
You're
let's
not worth
see.
a
Let's
wank.
see when I meet you in person. I'll cut your face off, you
Whoa!
cunt.
You said you're gonna do something, yeah? Come on, do it. Fuck your family. You said keep doing it. I
Fuck
said it
you,
100 times. Fuck
Tunes.
your family.
And
Fuck
fuck
your
you,
fucking
Tunes.
family.
Yeah.
All your family that think
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
under
my family
100.
are pro
Who are
boxers,
they?
you silly little cunt.
Who are they?
Go on, keep
You know
on.
what they're
My
pro
family are
boxers?
pro
Here we
boxers,
go.
you silly little
Here
cunt.
we
Mate,
Talk to your
go.
trainers.
mate,
Talk to
Here
your
we
trainers.
go.
so
Who needs
what?
your
Here
slag
we
So
off,
what?
you
go.
silly little cunt?
Mate,
Here
look,
we
if
Yeah,
someone
go.
you
come
talk
into my
about
house, yeah,
you
and
box in the
it's
gym and
on the
you've got
streets,
respect
bro.
and all that. You
I
just slag all my family off.
Guys, mate.
You
listen,
said
you
you
little
box in
mug,
the
yeah?
gym and you got respect for
Listen, you
boxers and all
little
that. You
mug,
just
yeah?
slag pro boxers
Listen,
off.
you little
You
mug,
silly
yeah?
little cunt.
Listen,
Yeah.
you little mug.
Eh?
Fuck your pro
Eh?
boxing family, yeah? fuck your pro boxing family. Tell them to come to my
Yeah.
door, mate. Because I'll deal with them. Because on the streets,
Okay.
we don't box,
Okay.
mate. I don't box on the fucking streets, you little mug. So fuck
Oh,
your
you calling
family.
a little
Fuck your
mug? You're the
boxing
little mug
fucking
that had
team.
his windows smashed
Fuck
and
your
didn't do
boxing
anything about
family.
it.
Tell them to come to
Ah,
my
you little
fucking house.
pussy. You're a
Tell
little
them to
pussy.
come.
You're a
The
little
fucking
skinny
little
cunt.
mugs. They're all
You're
pussy
a
little
little
fucking
skinny cunt.
faggots.
You turn sideways,
On the
poke your tongue
road, they
out. You
ain't
look
worth
like
a
a
wank.
zippy
They can
cunt.
box. Well, they're going to put their boxing gloves. Come to my fucking door. All right, mate. Yeah.
What do you
We'll
mean? No,
see.
but you
You ain't
talk
got the
about it.
box.
They ain't gonna come to your
Fuck
door
all
with
your
boxing
family.
gloves, are
Fuck
they?
all
You
your
silly little
family.
mug.
Well, you keep saying they're boxers. What else are they going to do?
Right, and that's where we're going to end it for today. I know it's on, well, it's not short, it's still an hour, but there's only like 2 lives on it. But that's because I wasted like 20 minutes. Now, something else has came to my attention. I can see people running about saying that I've said something wrong yesterday or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a separate video, and it's not against Pootash, it's just to prove what I said I heard right. You know, because there's now people saying that, you know, I'm running with Chinese whispers or something. No, I'll make a video and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And then you can all make your own minds up, can't you? See, that's the thing. You can say something about someone, but if you don't come with proof, you don't come with evidence, then it's just words out of somebody's mouth, isn't it? So what I'll do is I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, and then you can make your own mind up. So until then, I'll keep you updated, and I'll see you tomorrow.